Our product is going live on Amazon today, and I want to show you how we did it in less than 10 minutes. Welcome back to FBA Unfiltered. If you're new here, my name is Taylor, and we are launching this product on Amazon FBA today. We started this channel to document this product launch live for all you to see in real time what it actually takes to start selling on Amazon. So let's break it all down in this video in less than 10 minutes. All right, so it all started with trying to decide what exactly we wanted to sell. And so we went through a few options. We didn't want to just sell, like a water bottle or the next Stanley Cup. We wanted to sell something that was consumable and that people could opt into a subscribe and save program. That way we could get recurring revenue every month from people who are automatically signed up to buy our product. Now, when it comes to consumable products on Amazon, they're going to be more regulated. So you're going to need to make sure that you are in compliance with Amazon safety policies and with the FBA if you're selling in America. The real gold mine here with consumable products is when they can be subscription based, because this can really increase your customer lifetime value or customer LTV. What this means is that over time, you're going to be able to average out how many months someone stays subscribed to your product. So let's say it's a $20 product and your average customer is subscribed for 5 months. Now you know that that customer is going to be worth $100. And what's so powerful about this is that means that you can actually spend much more money on advertising to convert your first customer to a sale, because you're not limited to the profit margin of that initial purchase. However, as with everything, there are pros and cons, and these products can be a little bit more complex to manage because you're going to have to factor in not only your subscription-based sales when it comes to managing your inventory, but you're also going to have to try to forecast how many new customers you're going to bring on in any given month. So it can make inventory management a little bit more complex. Okay, you might be wondering why we chose to launch on Amazon, and there's a couple reasons for that. Firstly, Amazon has millions of active daily shoppers. That means that if you're listed on Amazon, you kind of have access to all of this quote unquote organic traffic that's searching for products to buy. Another reason is that Amazon makes it super easy to fulfill your orders. You just have to get your inventory into an Amazon warehouse, and Amazon will essentially take care of all of the customer side logistics. So they will pick your product, pack it, and ship it to the customer. You don't have to deal with any of that. Another key point is that Amazon has a lot of data. Because it's essentially a search engine, you can get software that can show you exactly the keyword search volume that customers are searching for to find products that they want to buy. This way you can have a very, very accurate understanding of what the demand is for any particular product before you go through the expense and risk of actually manufacturing it. All right, so how did we find our product? How did we actually choose to launch the Shilajit gummies as opposed to anything else? We actually looked into a lot of different stuff, but the basics come down to these three things in my opinion: determining demand, comparing the competition, and proving profitability. So let me show you really quickly how we did that. We use Helium-10, but you could also use something like Jungle Scout. This kind of software is absolutely essential if you're going to launch a product in 2025 on Amazon. So when you have a Helium-10 subscription, you can use this feature called the Magnet Keyword Research Tool. So I'm just putting in a very broad keyword, Shilajit here, and we'll see what comes up. Now I've ranked these by the search volume. This is the monthly search volume for these keyword terms. And you can see Shilajit for men, over 100,000 people every month are searching for this. But if we come down only a little bit lower, you can see 78,000 people are searching for Shilajit for women specifically. So let's see what this actually looks like. And you'll notice when I pull this up, nothing on these first few results really looks like it's a product specifically designed and made for women. So that's when the gears really first started turning for us. So we thought, why don't we try to launch something that's branded specifically for women and targets women in particular, as opposed to these more generic or even more masculine leaning products that are currently on offer. Okay, so we saw that there was a lot of keyword search demand, and then we looked at the competition and didn't really see anybody specifically targeting women. Now what we had to do is make sure that our margins were good. We needed to make sure that this would actually be a profitable product. So one way you can do this is to find a product with similar packaging and similar weight as the product you plan to launch, and you can put it into Amazon's fee calculator. So I'm just going to copy this product's ASIN because they have a very similar package to ours. And I'm going to come to the revenue calculator here that Amazon provides for free, and I'm just going to paste that in and search. Now you'll see this will show all of the various fees that Amazon is charging to fulfill this item on Amazon FBA. One thing I do want to note here is that this 99-cent charge for the fixed closing fee does not apply to you if you have a professional seller account. And that's what we recommend, is to have a professional seller account on Amazon. So you can disregard this fee, subtract it from the total if you have a professional account. This referral fee, this is a function of your selling price. So we're actually going to sell our product for $24.99. And if we update that, you'll see it updates the fee. The fulfillment cost here is the cost that Amazon is charging you to pick, pack, and ship this product. That's why it's important to have a product that is a similar size and weight as your product. Now, when we come down here to the bottom, you can see that right now, as it stands, we have a $14 profit with a 57% margin. However, we need to determine our cost of goods. This is where it's important to start getting quotes from a manufacturer early so that you can make a good determination of if your product is actually going to be profitable. So for our product, it costs about $7.50 for us to have it manufactured and shipped into Amazon. But remember, we're going to subtract this 99 cents here because we don't have to pay this fee on every unit. So I'm actually going to put in $6.51 down here for our cost of goods. And you can see that automatically updated down here to a net profit of $7.88 and a margin of 31.5%. So I will say really quickly, this margin is decent. It's right around where we want to be. It's definitely within the ballpark of where you want to be. Usually you want to be between 30 and 35%, if not more, on your net margin. Now on your net profit, this is very interesting. We very much recommend that you have an ROI, or return on investment, of over 100% when you're launching a product on Amazon. And so since we have a cost of goods of $7.50, you'll see here that we're going to make more than $7.50 per unit. So in other words, we are making over 100% return on investment on this product, even on the first manufacturer order. So that is very quickly how we determined demand, compared to the competition, and proved profitability for this product. Okay, next we needed to create a brand. This is super important because you want to be able to register for brand registry. This builds trust and allows you to use a lot more features on Amazon than just your regular listing. You can use things like A+ content, which you can see here. This goalie listing looks a lot more appealing, in my opinion, than this 3M listing here, which does not have the A+ content applied. You can also get a brand story and a brand store when you have a brand registered brand on Amazon, which is also very helpful. We ended up going with this brand name here, Elemental Nutraceuticals. We went through a few different logo variations and we ended up with this one here on the far right. And if you would like to get brand registered, which we highly recommend, you're going to have a US trademark on file with the US Patent and Trademark Office. So here is that website. You can actually file your trademark for yourself. You can do it on your own. We did it on our own. If that seems a little bit overwhelming for you, or you'd like some help, I've actually worked with this gentleman here on Fiverr, Mr. Neil Engfield. There's no affiliation or anything. He doesn't know I'm making this video, but I just thought his services were well worth the money. And you can see here, one of his gigs for $245 is to prepare your trademark for you. So after we decided on a brand name and got it trademarked so that we could get brand registered, we needed to focus on our product packaging. Now, product packaging is super important on Amazon because everyone is judging your first photo. You could think of it this way. A lot of people say don't judge a book by its cover. Well, on Amazon, it's exactly the opposite. Everyone is judging the book by its cover, and in this case, your product's book cover is its packaging. So we went through a bunch of different designs. One easy way to do this is to use ChatGPT and create some AI images of what you have in mind. Then you can send those to a freelancer who can continue to refine the idea for you. And then we ended up coming up with a bunch of variations, and we finally chose something that looks like this. You can see Shilajit Gummies for Women is obviously marked on the packaging in large font so that people can see when they search that this is the exact product that they searched for. Now, one thing with supplements that I do want to add is that you will need to create a supplement facts label. This is not as hard as you think. You can find free templates online and you can fill them in with information that you get from the manufacturer. Your manufacturer will know exactly what's in the product and you'll work with them to determine what is appropriate to put on your supplement facts. Speaking about manufacturers, if you want to sell something that's consumable, we highly recommend that you manufacture it here in the United States. It can be a little tricky to find United States manufacturers because there is not as good of a database like the equivalent of Alibaba for Chinese manufacturers. ThomasNet does exist and you can find some manufacturers there, but I've never had much luck with that. I Google exactly what I want from the manufacturer. So for example, we say we want GMP certified supplement manufacturers in the United States. Then we just go down the list. We contacted probably 20 different manufacturers just by filling out their contact us page on their website. When your product first goes live on Amazon, Amazon's taking a look. They're paying attention. That algorithm is trying to track whether your product is going to be popular or not. So what you want to do is make sure you're driving early sales to your product so that you can prove to Amazon that this is a product that should rank highly for whatever your main search keywords are. Now, when it comes to advertising, we recommend you wait until you have at least a few 5-star reviews before you start advertising heavily for your listing. You have a few Amazon approved methods to get reviews. You can use the Amazon Vine program. You can use the request a review button. You can make insert cards in your product packaging, and you can use social media or your email list. Now, there are some ways to get in trouble if you're trying to get reviews and going against Amazon's terms of service. So never ever incentivize someone to leave a review. If you have family or friends that share your same Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi that you use to connect to your Amazon Seller Central account, do not have those people purchase and leave reviews for your product. All right, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, please leave a like. If you have any questions, leave a comment and make sure you subscribe so you can stay updated with our first week of sales. As always, thank you very much for watching and we'll see you in the next video.